Hello, and welcome to my podcast, From Stress to Success Blueprint. I'm your host, Lolita Guarin, and thank you so much for being here. Thank you for supporting me and liking my videos and subscribing to my channel. Um, yeah, we're still talking about emotions this month. We have, a week or so left, but it's very important. So I also want to ask you, did you check out the amazing interview that I had with Brittany Crossan? She's a social media guru. She has an event coming up in April, 2 days event here in Houston, where she invites a lot of amazing speakers that know social media. And when I coach business owners, especially the small business owners, they like trying to do everything at once. And social media is one of the things that they're trying to do themselves. And I always say you need to delegate in order to manage your stress and burnout so you can use your time for something else. Okay, so continue about those emotions. I want to talk about a lot of us, and I know I was kind of there as well, have problems of not really identifying the root emotion, in the root cause of what is all happening. Um, so let's say somebody is upset. Let's say they're angry. Um, and it's like, it's laughable. We can see some videos online of people lashing out. Um, or maybe if there's a kid, they start shoving another one or whatever, something. And then it's like, oh, no, no, no. We need to tell them, stop being angry. We need to tell them, you need to be nice to people. What's happening in that moment is that person who's lashing out, there is a reason why they do that. It is always, always comes from self-preservation. So we need to address number one thing is, where is this coming from? Where is this coming from? Because it can look like, oh, they're doing this on purpose. No, this is self-preservation that we think if we will lash out or attack somebody else or whatever, obviously that's not nice to be on the receiving end. But we need to have more empathy towards those people and even towards yourself. When you start paying attention is what triggers you. Maybe you're fine with some people when you talk, but then you just kind of became this other person when you talk with somebody else. And I tell you, I had this happen to me like a month ago when I was talking with somebody that I just met, and it looks like we were doing great at the beginning. But then I realized that there was something in that person that was triggering me. And I would just will become this angry person and I will just snap at them. And obviously I didn't want to do that. I was like, I wonder, so instead of talking down and telling myself, oh, how could I? I shouldn't be so mean to people. I really started asking myself, where is this coming from? So that's the first thing that I'm inviting you to do, out of those three tips that I want to tell you about, how to identify that root emotion, is ask yourself, why am I feeling this way? What triggers me? And most of the time, that has to do with our safety. So let's say maybe that person that was triggering me reminded me of my childhood situation where I was not feeling safe. So then my brain says, oh my gosh, reminds me of this. And when you used to be there, you not used to be safe. So we're just going to trigger this so you will run away now because whatever things. Also, we may not feel like we in control of the situation, and then that can also kind of blow up into some emotions that somebody from a side can say, I cannot believe why you're doing this. So always ask yourself or other person, why am I feeling this way? Where is this coming from? And I'm really asking you to be full-hearted, if that's a word, and have empathy towards the people who looks like they're displaying very angry emotion, because it's obviously coming from fear of feeling that they will be abandoned, of feeling that they will not be safe. Hence they die. That's how our brain works, right? So have empathy towards yourself and towards others, and question yourself, where is this really coming from? Now, the second tip is why it's important and how we can, one of the mistakes a lot of people do that has to do with, not identifying your emotions is, um, it's not like there was a class in school or our parents taught us that, hey, there is 155 I mean, I don't know how many there are, but like there are a lot of emotions that you can look and identify. So I would recommend you to go and find out, use the emotion charts. And there are all different emotions that you can go through and identify them. Um, and I mentioned in the previous video that there was a research done that when you identify an emotion, you put a label in it, it already diminishes its weight because, especially negative ones I'm here talking about here, because when you give a label, you're separating this from yourself, hence you can control it. And when you feel that you can control it, you calm down. And then you can work with it, you can heal it, you can clear it, you can let it go. So that's important to know what those emotions are. So you just can have a printout or whatever, just go to the same website where there are a bunch of emotions explain, just a list of them, and you just go through them and say, okay, what am I feeling? Am I feeling this or that? And then the more you will learn how to identify your emotions, what label to put it on there, it will get easier and easier. Of course, you have to do that, right? The more you do it, the better it gets. And then the third thing, I would invite you to seek feedback, especially from your trusted friends and people that you love. You can ask them like, I don't know, this whatever happened, it triggered me, and I don't know what I feel. And ask them to be that person that they can talk to, and they can help you to discover those emotions. Where you can talk about it, you can express and say, okay, I think it's this, I think it's that, and just got kind of like to discovery session over there, that they could be there and they can hold that space for you. Also, I highly recommend you to hire a therapist. And if you want coaching, meaning we can get clear on what habits you have right now that you do that not really helping you, and what habits you want to implement in the future, I'll be very happy to support you and be your accountability partner. And right now, I am running a special for a 30 minutes session with me, and a special price. So you're welcome to go to my website, beamazingyou.com, and book that session. Of course, all of this, it is in description below. And we still have a few more days to talk about that. If you found this video useful, please give me a thumbs up. If you have not subscribed to my channel, I'm sorry to sound like a broken machine, but we always need to ask, please subscribe to my channel. Please recommend it to your friends and family members. I'll be very happy to help them as well with the stress management. And if you have a company or you have a team that works for you, or you work in the company that you think that can will be very happy to learn how to manage stress in the workplace, I'll be very happy to be a speaker, and I can do a presentation in person or online. So, of course, all of that, you're welcome to go and check it out on my website, beamazingyou.com.